I am is the simplest, most self-evident quality of it being impossible to create total energy or to destroy it. Everything that is has this quality, so in order to meaningfully deal with anything at its core, including ourselves, we need to move into this awareness by being in the present moment. The present moment is the infinite, where everything happens, and therefore it's where change both originates and takes place. Even though change is the only constant, this in itself does not change, providing for an unbiased framework available from metacognitive awareness. It is of great importance to have a clear comprehension that one's awareness is no longer involved in a perspective, as opposed to being in any in particular. One's personal awareness is not static in size though. How much it contains depends on its access to free energy. From these realizations, non-duality and simultaneity of all events becomes evident outside of the illusion of experiencing time, and so the act of philosophical scrutiny turns senseless, as opinions and points of view can still be open to debate, but that in which they happen cannot. It is worth mentioning that this is not theory. This is the experience of immediate reality, which is not dual or comprised of only opposites. To clarify, there needs to be an understanding that our ability to communicate is limited by degrees of freedom and dimensions available in a system. There is a dualistic mode of reasoning that we use to function in the material world, and there are other dimensions available to the mind, which are a great challenge to express using human language. We can still say that half the answer is a question, though. If things weren't obscured by incomplete information available to us at any moment, both the question and the answer would be immediately evident, which they become once enough work is done on the default mode network to find the answers and thus neutralize the separation. The main precondition to get an intellectual grasp on higher level thinking is to consider both the input and the output at the same time. As this happens, the resources of the mind are freed up and return to a superposition where possibilities are no longer determined, so one can comprehend outside of the system in higher dimensions. To sum up, metacognitive awareness is not just the process of thinking about thinking, rather being in a state of boundlessness.